Hey, my name's Michelle, and I'm actually from Massachusetts. I was born up, I grew up on a lake called Spy Pond, so I've always been attracted to water. I learned how to swim when I was about 3 years old. Well, high school, I moved to Florida, and I have always lived within 3 miles of the ocean because I love the ocean. I spent summers growing up in Cape Cod, so okay, always affiliated. I actually got certified as a scuba diver when I was 14 at the Boys Club on Spy Pond, and became an instructor when I was 16, and I did scuba diving instructing in Florida. So I love the water. I love swimming. I love everything about the ocean because it's very relaxing. It has negative ions. It just makes you incredibly relaxed. It's beautiful. What I like about scuba diving in particular is that you're down, you can't talk to anybody, so you're just forced to observe. You're forced to observe the fish and everything that's like this quiet, silent world around you. So that's an amazing thing. So I like being under the water. I'm comfortable free diving, swimming. But then I met my husband, and he taught me to surf. So I fell in love with surfing. I was about 29 at the time, and I've been surfing ever since. And that's just like a whole nother world. It's not like, it's just lifestyle. We surf. Recently, he can't do prone surfing, so we got into stand-up paddling. We do that. The other thing is we kite surf, and we sail. So I mean, really, our whole lives evolve around the ocean. All our vacations are in Tahiti and Fiji and Mauritius, this really exotic places that work has taken us because of the fields that we're in. And the ocean is great. So the therapy, it's always relaxing. It's always joyous, and the thing about surfing too is that, you think, it's something that you do with friends, but it's really not. You're taking a wave and you're paddling out, so there's a lot of just time to reflect and just be with yourself and just kind of exist. And so it's a peaceful thing, even though, I'm going with people. It's still, I sit inside because I'm on a short board and the long boarders are sitting out, and I'm just never with the people I go with anyway. I'm just always either catching waves or just, you're in your own frame. I had a high stress job, so I surfed probably not every day, but I probably on average used to surf about 5 days a week. And then we got into kite surfing, so around here you don't get wind all the time, so we spend a lot of time what they call chasing wind, because the wind comes up at a certain time, and it's only strong enough at a certain time, and it's only blowing in a certain direction, so that becomes this whole other dynamic. But that, again, is like your 100% concentration, because you got to watch the kite, you got to watch people, you got to watch the ocean, where's the waves. So that brings you like that one-pointedness, and it's like, and there's a heck of a lot of camaraderie with people in that sport, because you're not competing for waves, or there's not that competition thing, even though we just talked about how surfing is. The people are in the zone and they're in the flow, but there's also a lot of competition because there's very few waves, and surfing has become incredibly popular. And it's still a wonderful thing. And we're retired, so I'm fortunate to go off, off peak hours and this and that to be able to, get the waves and get that experience. But I know what you mean by the flow, and I do use the ocean to. I don't know, I walk my dog. I'm about a third of a mile from the ocean this way. So I walk from my house, and, I see the ocean every day. I can see the ocean from my house. Like the top 10 experiences in my life have all been in the ocean. Most recently, I was in Tonga, and I did some dives where I actually was less than 40 feet away from a gray whale nursing another whale. I mean, it was amazing, just amazing. They're so big, and it was just like, I couldn't believe what was happening. That was awesome. I have about 2 years ago. I was down in the Sea of Cortez and was free diving all around the whale sharks. And about to come up, and I realized, oh my God, there's a whale shark above me, and it got really dark, and I was like, oh, this is really exciting. They're docile, but it was like they're so big. So that was like an amazing thing. I was out on a big day. The tabletops. When I say a big day for here, it was probably 6 to 8 feet. And I was duck diving a wave, and as I was duck diving the wave, I was paddling up. I'm sorry, I'm paddling up. And as my husband was duck diving the wave, because he was out in front of me, these dolphins just came out, and I was wondering if he got hit. He said he never saw them, and I was just like, oh, it was just absolutely amazing. Boy, I was about 19 years old, and I was diving for abalone when we used to be able to do that. And I hooked up with a buddy that I kind of knew from UCSD, and he's nice enough, but I thought, oh man, how creepy is this? He's sort of laying on me. I was on the bottom of Bird Rock, and I'm trying to get this abalone off, and I'm going, this is still a little bit creepy. So anyway, I get the abalone off, and I kind of turn around and like, get off. It was a big bat right laying on top of me. And I was like, I'm like yelling at my mask, like no one can hear me. I go, ooh. So anyway, I gave him my abalone, and my partner was laughing. He goes, yeah, that's just a bat ray that just hangs around all the divers here and does that. And we were watching on the side laughing as you were, accosted by this bat ray. It's about 5 or 6 foot wingspan. It was laying on my back, just laying there, just laying on me, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. So that was amazing. Because the ocean is so vast, and what I love about the ocean is that there's not a lot of people. It's not New York City. It's just vast, and so you just sort of get away and